Chelsea said, my name is April Kelly, and I'm with the Oregon Educators Benefit Board. And thank you for coming out this afternoon to learn about your benefits. It's great to see lots of people. Sometimes we come out and we see like 2 or 3. So thanks for coming out. I'll go ahead and get started. So your district here is really insured through OEBB on our medical side. So my presentation will be really quick. I'll just speed through the vision and the dental that we have on our presentation. So one thing that the board decided to do last December was that they opened up the plans. In the past, we restricted each employee group to have 4 medical, well, it wouldn't apply to you guys, but dental and vision plans. So in the past, there was a 4 limit on the medical plans, and the board decided to open that up. Of course, that is something that would be decided per employee group or per district or however you guys decide that, and I'm sure that decision will be made. And Sharon is actually our benefits contact here with the district, and she would go in our system and deselect those plans that you guys chose not to offer if that's the case. So just a couple reasons of why the board decided to open up the plans and remove that restriction. They wanted to open up opportunities for employees to consider using an organized system of care. So an organized system of care for us would be like a Kaiser plan, and then also an ODS Medical Plan 4. And you guys don't have ODS Medical Plan 4 out here. It's expanding. I have a slide up here in a few minutes. It's expanding out to different counties throughout the state, but currently it's not in Lincoln County. But that's just one of the reasons. The other reason is to open up the possibility for adding a high deductible health plan or ODS Medical Plan 9. In the past, we heard from districts saying, well, that's great, you know, that you want to offer, we want to offer ODS Medical Plan 9, but we only have 4 medical plans to choose from, and we really like these ones. So that was what they considered when they opened up the plans. It will help educational entities or districts avoid or minimize penalties that could come into play in January 2014, called the Pay or Play Mandate, which is part of the Federal Healthcare Reform Act. And we all know we're not sure what's going on with that, but that could come into play in January 2014. Did you guys offer Providence at all? Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, we're no longer going to be offering Providence plans effective this next year. The person who put together this slide put 2 slides together on it, but basically we had a really great relationship with Providence. We continue to have a great relationship with them, but their plans were they were very comprehensive, very great plans, but the premium increases on them were just too much to bear. And the board in Providence decided to discontinue offering their plans this next plan year. So one new benefit that's been added for this next plan year is gastric bypass. It will be covered for subscribers or like primary subscribers and early retirees only for next plan year. There's some specific criteria surrounding the benefit. This is one of the benefits that we've gotten requests from people in our office since October of 2008 asking us to add this benefit. And this is something that the Strategies on Evidence and Outcomes work group, or our CAL work group, has looked at every single year, and they've recommended it to the board, and this year the board approved it. So there's details out on our OEBB member website, and it will be included in the member handbooks, all the criteria on that. So preventive services are expanded to include certain contraceptive devices and services. When I first got this presentation, I was sort of like, that's great, that's really vague. What in the world does that mean? So I looked it up, I tried to do some research. We don't quite have any of that information yet. It's part of federal healthcare reform. So as it kind of comes down the pike of what we have to add and what our carriers have to add, we will definitely do that. And the details will be included in the 2012 member handbooks. So Sharon, you have a pharmacy plan B, is that correct? Okay, perfect. because the board decided to discontinue pharmacies A and C. So in the past, where you'd kind of pick your medical plans, you'd pick either A, B, or C to go along with that. But the board decided to discontinue A and C and just roll in medical, or pharmacy option B into plans 3 through 8. So the exception is plan 9, and that's a little bit different. So nothing will change for you guys in terms of pharmacy. Everything will remain the same this next plan year. So just want to talk a little bit about the ODS Medical Plan 4. Currently, it's not out here in Lincoln County. But the community care plan is ODS Medical Plan 4. If you're looking at the plan designs, Medical Plan 4 and 5 are exactly the same. Plan 4 is on ODS's community care plan, and what it is just a limited, more narrowed network where they can control the costs a little bit more. And it started out in 8 counties, but it is expanding to Deschutes County, Lane, Crook, and Jefferson counties effective October 1st. So ODS is always looking to contract with different providers in different counties so that you all here can have access to that plan, hopefully eventually. The CCP network expanded also, just kind of let you know, into Bend in Deschutes County with St. Charles Medical, Portland Adventist in the Portland area, and OHSU. So do you currently offer ODS Medical Plan 9? Perfect. So there's just a few changes to the plan. They're good changes. Currently, the pharmacy benefits are available at the point of service. That went into effect April 1st. So if you're on ODS Medical Plan 9, where in the past you sort of had to pay up front and get reimbursed, now you can actually access those pharmacy benefits at the point of service when using an in-network provider, in-network pharmacy. Preventive, so there's our vague statement about preventive services. They'll also be expanded under federal health care reform and will continue to be covered at 100% when using in-network providers. The one at the top, the bullet at the top, the value tier. So that's something new effective October 1st. The value tier is for those just certain medications for those certain chronic conditions, asthma, diabetes, heart conditions, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. It'll require a small copayment even before the deductible has been met, which is a change to Medical Plan 9. And the small copayment is a $4 copayment for a 31-day supply. I don't know why they just didn't state that on our slide. So I will just breeze through there. Onto our rate information. Our administrative fee increased slightly for this next plan year. Currently it's at 0.85% and the board increased it to 0.90%. If you're looking at our premium rates, it's included in our premium rate. So it's not like it's an additional percentage on top of it, it's included in our premium rates. And what our administrative fee, if you're not familiar with it, is what we collect to cover our administrative costs in the office, basically to run OEB. But there's just a history up there. Our statute allows up to 2%. Each year we've decreased it. Last year we didn't get enough to cover our operating costs there in our office, and so the board allowed us to increase it slightly for this next plan year. And these are our optional benefits. I understand that through OEB it's just the medical portion, right? But there's no increases on our plans. Slight increases on our optional plans. So these are our rate increases on our medical plans. The Medical Plan 4 was a community care plan that I was talking about, how it's a narrowed network and they can control costs on that plan. Everything else increased about 7.5%. Trend, if you see at the top, the 2012 trend survey is 9%, so we're below trend on our premium increase this year. So one thing that OEB did add is we've contracted with a flexible spending account, and it's just a preferred vendor. It's not a vendor that's required, but it is OEB's preferred vendor for our flexible spending accounts. And you don't offer long-term care either? Okay. But we contract with Unum for long-term care. And so just some other news for the upcoming plan year. U.S. Bank is our preferred vendor for the health savings accounts. Our CHAMPS group, I don't know if anybody's involved in our CHAMPS group, but this is a group that OEBB sort of spearheaded to provide resources for worksite wellness. If you're kind of looking to start kind of a wellness group and you don't know how, our CHAMPS group can provide you with some information. It's not an exclusive group. And Jackie Cowsill at our office is kind of the lead on that. But it's a great group. It continues to grow. We always look for ways to support, encourage, and enhance worksite wellness. We've heard from some folks that they've kind of married up a worksite wellness group with their at-work Weight Watchers group, and that's kind of worked out great. Learn your health risks. Take a confidential online health assessment. You can do that through the My ODS system. And the best way to control healthcare costs, I love this because I'm not a medical doctor or anything, but the best way to control healthcare costs is to improve your health and the health of the population. And of course, our contact information, we always put this up here. If anybody has any questions, we have benefit analysts back at our office willing to help you. You can contact us, obviously I always say they're always available, but from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. we're available. You can also email us. We get questions all over the board. We're always willing to help you. And our U.S. Postal Service, if you want to mail us, we'll take it. We don't get stuff in through mail very often. So, thank you very much. Thank you. I'll be here with everybody else. Yes?
I noticed that you're offering